Why can't we be friends? Why
Shut up.
can't...
What is this? It's no time for song and dance, James. It's time for Counter-Strike. And it's Overpass. We've got a pistol round, we've got to push on long from 3 CTs. They are antsy. It's not going to be easy though to defend this A bomb site. Just one player there. Winterfox are going to find themselves heavily lacking in players to submit an appropriate defense and an appropriate match start time. So we'll have to see if LeX can clutch this one. It's 1 versus 3. And here he goes. First player, is he going to pass the test? He gets a quick snap, but then he is going to be toast. I would like some toast.
I haven't had toast in ages, actually. Well, actually, that's a lie. At the major, I ordered toast, and I just got... I didn't think you can really... Well, the place in the hotel, as I'm sure you will agree, Dan, was completely awful.
It was...
The restaurant.
The service was terrible.
It was terrible. And I asked for toast.
And the food was also
and I just
incredibly
got, like,
bad.
I got like massive, thick chunks of bread.
Chunks of toast? Chunks of toast.
What chunks of toast, Dan?
Got chunks of aggression.
I did get chunks of toast.
Into the B bomb site. Molotovs will be sailing into the air, leaving a trail of fiery glory. And Ellis is going to get killed as well.
You are the worst poets in this room.
I will strangle you. That offer's still on the table. Just done. Just thumb tilted. Here we go. We have 2 versus 2. The pistols, you know, doing a lot of damage yet again, of course. And flowsicK is in a good position here right now to punish rooRoooo. rooRoooo has to expose himself fully and get caught by the other player, allowing flowsicK to then peek and shoot him in the side of the face. Boom, there it is.
Side of the face.
And as usual, James, the Force Spy reigns in superior.
Reign supreme. Force Spy is the truth.
I wish it worked like that in real life, because in real life I'm always force spying as well. In real life, I have nothing in my bank account ever.
Well,
I'm force spying with it's my rent. It's like boom. That's all I got. Now I've got to scavenge on the streets for food.
what? You know what? I have no idea what I was about to say anymore. I'm just gone. I don't know what I was going to say. Where do we go with this? Winterfox have guns. KKona have death. All around them. Do you know what? I can't commentate now.
Why not?
Because Dan, that's why.
What are you trying to say? What's
Oh, I know what I was going to say now.
Okay.
Back in the room. So I was really curious. I was wondering, like in the last 2 days, Dan, today and yesterday, how many Force Spies have been won and ecos, percentage-wise? I'd love to see them with separate percentages as well, the Force Spies versus the ecos, because we've even seen hard ecos won with P250s,
yep.
and that's it.
So
many.
Again, you know, I get a lot of information from Threat because we talk, because we're friends, and he told me in the last tournament that NIP played in Katowice, and you know, the matches surrounding there as well, they won 90% of Force Spies. Oh, anti-Force Spies, sorry.
Anti-Force Spies.
They won 90% anti-Force Spies.
Glorious.
They lost like 2 or something.
That's a man I can get behind.
The reason is because they have strategies which were optimized for those rounds. And it is a highly favorable round to approach.
It almost sounds like they won because they were prepared, Dan.
One could stipulate that preparation.
Knowledge is power, as it says in Mortal Kombat. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 in the arcade, you used to have a... When no one was playing it, you used to go to the screen that was black and said knowledge is power in white.
That's pretty sick.
That stood with me, Dan. It stayed with me, not stood with me. Well, both teams are on a bye, so let's talk about some Counter-Strike. inVert, who is having a few connection problems on his end, which is why the match is delayed, is going to be picking up the AWP, and everybody else on the entire server is going to have normal rifles. Desi's gone down interconnector quickly. Ocean is going to be there on the T side, but I think his angle is a passive one. What angle is this, actually? So, okay. This angle I haven't seen before. I can only assume that his crosshair, yes, it's touching the rung of the ladder, but it hasn't really worked out for him.
Not really at all.
I mean, it looks like he probably shot desi in the head through the corner of the wall. But then that means his angle is too acute.
It's also possible that because it's such a fine angle that maybe the variance on the first bullet could also have sent it off.
It's a very good point.
Of course, and maybe it clipped through the wall instead. So
I can only guess that shooting the bullets pass through the ladder rather than penetrate the ladder, like the
possible, yeah.
like the chimneys on Inferno B, for example. Missiles and such go right through them. They don't collide. There's no collision. So an interesting angle, but perhaps it requires some refinements. So Winterfox survive with 5 players. There isn't any presence really from KKona over towards the B bomb site. rooRoooo is asking some questions over there now. Just making a bit of noise. Not really causing a rotation though, since the entire Winterfox team is intact. And KKona are moving their forces over towards the A bomb site at present. You can see there are some smokes all flicking over towards the gaps. LeX is going to try and stop the plant from coming in, but his teammate will do it for him. And suddenly, Winterfox down to 2 players. Make that 1. So 5 versus 4, now everyone's dead.
It's hard to read, isn't it? It's hard pill to swallow. And Anger, he's pretty much dead. He tries to go for this. Well, speaking of refinement, I'm refined. I am drinking tea. It makes everything better.
I'm drinking coffee then.
I think tea is better than coffee.
I don't really have an opinion. Actually, I'd probably agree with you.
Don't have an opinion, actually. I have an opinion. Good job, James.
You're welcome, Dan. Oh dear. There's only 4 hours to go, Dan.
Yeah, I'm unpredictable. I like that.
Oh, that reminds me, actually. There's this weird smoky Chinese tea which I need to get from a shop and bring in.
Smoky.
It's super weird. Yeah, it's like the leaves were smoked or something. It's weird. It almost tastes of smoke.
Interesting. I'm curious. Okay, well, we do have LeX throwing the Suez smoke. Is that Suez smoke? Yeah, the monster smoke. The monster Suez smoke.
Monster tunnel smoke. The problem, see, I don't like that smoke because it falls too deep into. I mean, look at that smoke. Look where it is. It's on the CT side, which means that.
Can't you throw it so it is closer to the other end?
I don't know. But when it lands there, that's just completely unfavorable to the CTs because unless you're going to constantly spam through Monster, then the Ts can get close. I think it was Olofmeister who did it at the major. He just right-click, dropped a flashbang, and then started pushing through the smoke. So I don't think, like if it's on the T side of that Monster tunnel, that's so much more, so much stronger a position for the CTs. And again, the Ts can walk through it.
So there's a fun fact about that smoke too that we can divulge after we get some, after we see how this round is going to play out, because there's a lot of time that's passed now, and it's really time to get the skates on.
Who's pushed Monster?
KKona must get their skates on, and so far, Ru's looking for that pick. He's going to find it, and he's going to fall back, which is. It would have been actually cool to see him slowly walk in, just to keep that presence there, but this backstab from flowsicK is massive actually. He's getting a lot of damage, has to pull out the pistol, and wow, I cannot believe he got so much damage on Ocean. Ocean seemed completely unaware as to exactly where he was standing, so another dink going the way of the CTs there, which means that actually it's more likely now that they won the round, because 2 players are basically 1 bullet away from death.
Yeah, rooRoooo has secured the B bomb site, however, and they do have smokes to smoke the sniper position. Case in point.
I'm throwing a smoke.
rooRoooo's position is not good enough because he's going to get absolutely wrecked by Xp3. Super fast shot of the AWP. And indeed, now the CTs do have a very good chance because of how heavily tagged Ocean is. Down he goes as well, so it's inVert versus 2. Not sure if his position has been announced. Snapping Xp3, but can't get the snap onto LeX, who will take the round for his team.
So we'll have to see if Winterfox can get momentum going with this, but there's definitely a lot of the economic damage. One cool thing about the smoke that was thrown there is that when the CTs throw that smoke, they're disincentivizing any fast monster play, which means they can play less players towards that side of the map or that position, so kind of they get that sense of security because of that smoke. But obviously there's, in Anders showed a video where you can Molotov the kind of little railway track above it. And the cool thing about that is that the CTs won't see that you've Molotov'd that, and so when the smoke will, instead of bounce off and hit monster, it will just bloom on the Molotov on the railway track. So they will never know, and they'll have that security thinking that you can't go there, but in reality, it is the green light is there.
Yeah, but I like
sneaky. We haven't seen anyone actually use that in,
I mean, that smoke is begging to be countered. It's begging to be countered. I really don't like it. I mean, look at the crack in the wall. You could just have one person throw a timing pop flash. That pop goes straight through the crack above the monster. So if there's a CT playing close, he's going to get absolutely wrecked.
Yeah.
And then away you go.
Well, 2 Tech-9s and a handful of grenades means a fast play from KKona is in store, and that's what we'll get entries for days. 3 quick kills there from the KKona side. And desi's going to have to do a lot of damage, but he's not going to have much really going for him. Only 1 frag. Xp3 will be moving forwards. But you know, he's also put into an impossible situation, so he is going to be eliminated. And 4-3 will be the scoreline. So bouncing back again, Winterfox unable to find stability to keep their economy stable. And again, that really sucks on the CT side. Few pistols, that's all they can really get now. And KKona getting the Mac 10s, so they can kind of rush down a lot of positions with those Mac 10s somewhat safely.
Well, we've got KKona putting the bodies towards upper. Xp3 is going on a fact-finding mission. The facts have been found. desi looking for some as well. So Winterfox a little bit spread out on this eco, just the pistols for the CT side. Got Els lurking outside the B halls. B tunnels rather than halls. Definitely tunnels, definitely not halls. So we've got 2 CTs by the toilets, and they've got 1 player at city spawn who gets eliminated. So really there's not much going on here for the CT. Last player's been found, last player soon to die. Last player's got 42 HP, his name is Anger. He's still alive, but he's very surely soon to be dead.
He alive?
He's dead there.
He died.
He is indeed dead.
He died. Okay, so 4-4, the score.
4 floors.
Of?
Chores.
What rhymes with?
Chores, Dan.
Chores. 4 floors of something. Now we've got just pistols again for the CTs. Not much they can do. Generally speaking, you know. Again, meta can, you know, has been shifting a little bit, but this tends to be more of a CT-sided map, and so, you know, having all this turmoil to your money is really annoying, to be honest. That they're having to fight so hard for so many rounds because they keep getting kind of reset before they can establish anything. And nice, it's nicely done by KKona. I mean, I guess we're running in with the Mac 10 first into the bomb site. The only distressing thing is they didn't throw any Molotovs, because they have full stack of Molotovs, and they rushed a site, and it could very well have been a stack there. It was stacked on the other side of the map. They got lucky it wasn't, but they should still, you know, run in with Molotovs to just eliminate some of the possibilities of getting screwed over. But you know, hey, it works out this time, as there was no stack there.
Indeed. So Winterfox going to be back on the buy. Xp3 has AWP, but he's naked. Armor. He is sans armor. Do you know how to pronounce that? That's a French word, isn't it? S-A-N-S?
It's sans, yeah. Sans.
So how do they say that?
Sans, I guess.
I mean, I'm asking for guesses.
Usually they don't pronounce the consonant if it ends with a consonant.
I know how French works, but that word, that's the one word which I'm not really sure about. Someone can tweet me about it. But we have battles going on towards the long area. They're being won by the T's, which is a disaster for Winterfox because this is their buy they've been waiting for, and they are getting ripped from pillar to post at the moment. No frags for the Winterfox side at present. KKona coming in with that. They're getting
KKona coming close.
Do that, yeah.
Let's get the alliteration on the go.
I just saw that KKona are apparently a Canadian team, so it's going to say something about, you know, maple leaves and some cheesy crap. So we have flowsicK holding things down, taking Ocean, hanging Ocean out to dry. There we go. I'm going to roll with that. The bomb's gone down as well. KKona looking so good for this map, but for this round, excuse me. Now they have 2 players remaining, and this is definitely doable for flowsicK because both of these players have less than half their HP, and he can get himself 1 versus 1, but he's now told them where he is, getting the spam onto the face of Vice. Now the question is, where is Els? He has a defuse kit, does the CT.
There's no way he reads this situation, surely. I mean, maybe he will now. I mean, I know he's so convinced because he's come from the toilet, he's so convinced, but now the nades are going to give it away, actually. And now flowsicK knows. And he's going to run back and try to get the frag. He will get the frag immediately, but it's no time.
It's too late now. It's
good
too late to apologize, Dan.
A good 4K, good damage, and that was needed to kill everyone on the team due to the fact that their money is really getting out of hand. However, Winterfox need rounds at this point. Like, KKona are taking way too many rounds at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing in Winterfox's favour is their loss bonus at present. So yes, he did lots of damage, but they're losing rounds, losing multiple rounds. They've lost 4 rounds in a row now, have the CT side. So you can see they've got quite the ropey buy. 2 players on pistols, which means they're going to need to get aggressive and pick up some guns. Seems we've got a 2-man push of short B. That's a good start here for the CT side. Only rooRoooo is lurking around there at the moment, but we'll see if they can make any more of that a bit later on. The rest of the team of the CT side are going to be playing passive towards the A site. Nice hold there, taking down the player in isolation, and Anger is headed in that direction to pick up the gun. Indeed, he's picked up the AK, so Winterfox's buy is paying off for them. Meanwhile, KKona is still playing super passive outside along around the playground area, not doing much of anything at the moment, with Ocean having a look towards B.
Yeah, it's going to be now a push coming from KKona up the A long side of the map, so they're going to commit towards A. Winterfox are very passive, so they don't have any info, but on the plus side, they've got 3 players sitting on the bomb site, so... Ooh, well, one of them was sitting, so then he decided to jump, and then he died. So... now there's just 2 players. Now they will be reinforced by 1 extra as the B player, the lone B player is floating now. He's almost assuming that it's going to be A as well. So feels like Winterfox understand that this A hit's coming. They just have to defend. We get a raw peek there out of Ocean. And there are nades which are going down now. But that raw peek means that now they're without 1 extra player, some extra nades. And the alarm bells are set ringing when Fox rotating everyone. Good tapping there from Vice, he'll take down 1 player. Return comes in from Mr. LeX, but we get trades straight back again as KKona finally get the bomb planted. Anger has to do it all alone. Can he get this defused? The problem is the plant is so incredibly tough at this point. The T's have fallen back to the money positions towards the toilets. Anger, will he catch this off angle? Yeah, he's going to do it. Good read there from Anger. He's going to get shot by the AWP. So 4K there from inVert, and KKona will win the rounds.
That bomb was exposed like Hulk Hogan in that sex tape, Dan.
I didn't know that he was in a sex tape.
He was in a sex tape. He had sex with his best friend's wife, of course. And that website, Gorka, put it on the internet. And he sued them and the court gave him like, or awarded him, whatever you call it, like $100 million or something.
Or damages, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like they probably planned that from the start, James. If there was $100 million at stake, probably planned that.
Well, let's wait till League around and we can discuss Hulk Hogan sex tapes in more detail, Dan.
I would love to do that.
All right, hold that thought. So both teams back on the buy. So Winterfox struggling to get their 5th round on the board, but they're having such a bad time of it on the CT side that even if they win a round, I do worry if they will be able to have some momentum, or if they'll be reset and slaughtered in the first half of Overpass. Again, it's a slow start from KKona around the long area, around the playground. Not looking for the party, but rather they're going to go down long with Ocean in connector and rooRoooo playing short B and taking down FACEIT.
Yeah, we got no nades here for Winterfox. So they're just going to have to win the battles and at least have some good setups to do so. Okay, that's not a good start for desi. You're going to blow a lot of his bullets into the thin air there, and now it's just going to be KKona repositioning a little bit in towards the B bomb site. rooRoooo's there trying to get the entries. LeX is going to be able to take down Mr. rooRoooo. He's going to fall back a little bit and get some, hopefully get some reinforcements in here. This is actually kind of smart from LeX. Because if you, oh no, they're just going to line up. What the hell is that?
Line them up.
That's ridiculous. That's very unlucky there for KKona, to be honest. LeX, I was going to say, like, LeX did the smart play in falling back to that position because, you know, there he can get a frag, and then for them to push him by the time they would try to do that, it would be very unfavorable for them to do it, firstly, and secondly, his teammates can arrive to help him. So that was a smart repositioning. I don't think he even expected to get more than 1 frag there, but he wins the round. And Winterfox go to 5. Already down all the rounds. To be honest, KKona have been having a good time of things. That is for sure. And I've got a feeling this is going to be another 16-14 / overtime game. I got a feeling.
Are you willing it, Dan?
Absolutely not, but I have that feeling. just because KKona have you know, are likely going to get up to 8, maybe even 9 rounds on the T side, and I don't know. I just got a feeling it's just going to go the same way for Winterfox. Anyway, we do have a 2-man toilet setup from Winterfox.
a two-man toilet setup.
Exactly.
Tell me more, Dan.
There's no waifus or best friends involved though. We have the slow push and clearing of obstacles here for KKona, but they haven't actually touched the 2-man toilet setup by the bins. As you can see, that's where desi is.
You could call it a George Michael setup.
Yes, you could. So the tray is going to come in here now. They've finally broken through the setups and are trying to bust their way onto the A-bomb site. But once again, LeX is just going to get a triple kill. So LeX is just holding it down, flexing the muscles. And now it's Ocean, who is without any friends, without any health, without any time. And now he's dead.
There's no more salt in that ocean, Dan. Oh yes, you're welcome. So let's have a look at the money now. KKona starting to run down a bit. Oh, we're gonna see the triple kill coming in.
Shouldn't it be the opposite? Like when he dies, right. It's like that is. I'm pretty sure that's a. He's saltier than the Dead Sea or something. I don't know.
No, you've got to try harder than that, my friend.
All right.
Oh, I like that. So they point at the top rail, and when they get to the bottom rail, they release the smoke.
Release.
Release.
Release me. Okay.
What was that?
I don't know. It's I don't know I can't remember the melody, and my voice feels a bit too messed up to actually try to sing, but I don't know why I did that.
You're a big fan of karaoke, Dan?
Yes.
I've never done karaoke.
It's fun. Not public karaoke, but when you get your own booths, but Japanese style.
Booth karaoke.
Anyway, so we've got the push with the pistols, the pistol push, piling into the A bomb site, or they are at least attempting to do so, but are being pulverized.
They're all dead, it appears. So where were we with this Hulk Hogan sex tape?
I don't know, but if they were going to do that, and knowingly,
oh, yeah, point is how
to get all that money in damages, then you should try to like find like a lookalike, a waifu to your best friend, and then just go for it.
Like what I, oh, okay, they're back on the buy. I have to behave myself, Dan. So the CT side have got 5 Molotovs or incendiary grenades if you are whatever. Oh, the smoke's been missed, Dan. The smoke's been missed. They made a mistake and they got to charge into the site of the T's. So punishment is what Winterfox will receive. 3 T's on the site now, but the bomb has been dropped by Anger for the Winterfox side. That's going to give his team time to rotate, which means more time to try and defuse once the bomb goes down, should it go down. Man advantage for KKona at the moment. You can see Ocean going for a smoke up top. And Anger and Desi are going to be dispatched off, leaving Xp3 alone. He's got 2 more to find, leaving 1 dead in the water, quite literally. But he can't do it all. And the round goes to KKona. So they'll take a thin lead into the second half. Not really much between these 2 teams, Dan.
No. And it will likely go all the way. That said, we have to see how it's going to turn out. We could get a much more solid CT side coming out of KKona. It's possible. I mean, again, they're not playing with necessarily their full lineup, or a lineup that they too used to playing with. So it's again hard to really extrapolate, what the expectation is going to be there. So you never know. But with Fox, you would probably expect to see something interesting from them when it comes to execute-based play, as something a little bit more elaborate when it comes to the setups and taking control of some of the areas towards the A side of the map, taking control of sewers, trying to actually create a mid-round basically. Because the whole a lot of the point to the default strategies is to take lots of space away from the CTs, expend their resources, and then give yourself options. And KKona, I think, kept it relatively simple there. Again, as expected, if you're not super comfortable with newer players, but I would expect Winterfox to be a little bit more elaborate, maybe get more edges there. But
so back to Hogan sex tape, right? Apparently, so he had sex with his best friend's wife. Okay. Now,
what is this, Oprah?
Now, apparently, allegedly, she made the tape. So why isn't she getting sued? Because they had to receive it from somewhere, right? Like, it's not like they made the tape.
Maybe she left her phone somewhere.
What, against a table, like with a tripod? and walked into it with a knee and accidentally pressed record, and then.
No, I mean like.
Oh, you mean?
You know, like left their phone somewhere, like in a place where it was unlocked or something, and then, you know.
Who knows? I haven't looked into the case details myself. You know, I was busy with everything else in my life.
So is it your plan if you get really famous? Just like, okay, how can I abuse my fame? And because you could probably fake that pretty easily, right?
Fake what?
Fake that sex tape.
Make a fake one.
Yeah, it could just be dark enough, you know.
Why would you make a fake one?
Because then you don't have to.
How do you make a fake? How do you even make a fake sex tape? What does that mean? Because like
pixelated, bad recording device, low FPS, dark.
But it would still be.
These actors, James. These actors.
I don't know. Anyway, it's too late to discuss this further because we are into the pistol round on the second half. Feel free to tweet at @followdk and let him know what your thoughts are on real and fake sex tapes. But in the meantime, we are going to have Winterfox moving towards the B site now. It looks like the split is going to be on. inVert is close to Monster, and it looks like it could have 3 people on the site to defend things here. inVert coming in, boom, straight in the face. He's going to get more. 3 very patient taps here, looking for the 4th, running around the pillar. And he's going to finally run out of bullets, going out for the knives, daggers, but there will be no plunging with those daggers today. Desi's going to be the last man on the T side, finished off by KKona. Successful pistol round for them.
I wonder if it is KKona. It might be KKona, actually. Thinking about it, you know, KKona. I don't know.
The way you said that makes it sound like something else. I'm sure it's some kind of meme.
Really?
But I don't know what it is.
I don't know anything about memes. I just know about Counter-Strikes.
So on the force buy are Winterfox, we can just say that they've won the round already. 4 people for Winterfox in Connector, definitely looking to play the trade game, and they are playing the close quarters connection, all going towards short where the UMP will be found. Flashbang's coming in, we've got a player pushing Monster as well. Where are the frags for the T's though? They're getting 1 frag, and the CTs get 4, so it looks like a successful hold for KKona so far. Xp3 down to 22 HP. He doesn't have the bomb either, and now he is completely dead, fully dead, all the way dead.
Indeed, now we're going to get a nothing round from Winterfox, just the pistols. And one extra point on the fake sex tape, James, is that in that instance you don't have to prove that it's real. You just have to prove that you've accrued damages to your reputation or something as a public figure.
So you're talking about...
So you're suing the service that enables that behavior that can damage you.
Okay, I did not understand the purpose of your fake sex tape. So basically you're looking to more or less embezzle money.
How's that embezzlement?
Well, not embezzlement money, but... Oh, that's a word. Basically, you're trying to get on some fraudulent business.
Yes.
You want to use.
Do I say yes?
You want to use the fake sex tape.
I'm just saying
to acquire money.
Oh my God, what is going on in this round?
Underhandedly.
Hang on, LeX is in this position now where he can actually win this round. He's managed to pick himself up a weapon. He doesn't have any Kevlar though. Again, we can continue the discussion later.
Are you out to defraud companies via fake sex tape stand?
I'm definitely not going to do that. I asked you if that was your plan actually, but we're going to see LeX going for the rotation. And then there's so much time on the clock that the CTs have options, and they've decided to actually split up, one by Suez. So that's actually quite cool in that, you know, you have one very forward position where and you can see the position he has now. You can kind of spot both angles, so you can definitely see if LeX is going to go on the sides. But he also has like a fairly fast rotation time, or fast enough towards the A site. That is reasonable. So let's see, this is a very nice angle. Boom. Oh wow, LeX actually is going to predict that. LeX stepping up his game in this match, and he is going to be able to plant that bomb. LeX has got to be on a lot of frags right now. We have to check that later. But he's going to go for the last battle, and he's going to win it. Unbelievable. No Kevlar. Gets a 4K there.
He is 22 for 11.
LeX is just getting on the Hiko business right now, having those like 20 frag halves. That was really nice by LeX. No Kevlar. What a turnaround as well, because now well, I mean, Auto Sniper is going to come out onto Ellis, but that's had a big impact on the money there for KKona. So Winterfox, LeX is really giving Winterfox a chance here.
Oh, he missed the smoke. He's missed it, Dan. He's missed it. It's not hard when you get from one bar to the second bar. Let go of mouse one, but he's missed it, Dan. Get right actually missed it at the major as well.
It's okay. We will all forgive him because he's get right. But if you're not get right, then you get roasted. Oh, here we go. Speaking of get right, he and the major Auto Sniper was pretty ridiculous from him. He got that 5-man on Inferno. proving once again that it is a very scary weapon if you know in which places to put it.
It was quite amusing that people said, oh, you know, well, I saw somebody make a thread saying, oh, you need to raise the price of the auto sniper. It's like 5K or something.
It's like 5,500.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Insanely expensive already, yeah. 5.5K. Yeah, it's a really good gun, and it actually doesn't get enough use in professional play. And it's got a great mechanic behind it as well, because if you face off against an AWPer and you both hit each other, then unless you get a headshot, which is much less likely, the AWPer is going to win. So the AWPer still has more consistency in that one-on-one battle. It's just there's those situational positions where auto sniper is going to be really sick. So yeah, I think it's actually an awesome part of the game. Whereas there are weapons in the game, James, which I don't think are an awesome addition.
Like what then?
Like maybe the Tech 9, but never mind. Speaking of Tech 9s, we may have 5 of them currently in possession on the T side for Winterfox. They've got a couple of flashbangs and no Kevlar, so they are looking to go with a fast pace. Ooh. Bit of a pop there. I don't think he had a helmet, actually. I think inVert had a helmet. Either way, I don't think it would have mattered. Here comes the push. rooRoooo is looking to be on point here, but not on point enough. Desi with the AK is going to slap him down. Now the auto sniper and the AK versus an and an M4. Looks like the and the M4 are going to win.
Indeed they are.
and M4 better than auto sniper.
KKona survive. 4-round lead for the CT side. We'll see what kind of buy comes out for the Terrors here. It's going to be a reasonable buy. Not heavy on the grenades, but again, with 2 stand-ins, I don't think that's going to be a massive concern for them. So let's see. Look at the aggression from KKona. They've got 4 people pushing through to the other side of the map there. Anger and Xp3 in the playground area. And Xp3 is running, and rooRoooo should hear him, actually. His teammate inVert's going to be holding his angle for him while rooRoooo holds the front. So down goes Xp3, and Anger scurries away with the bomb. You see Ellis and desi in the underpass area. Flash is coming in, but Ellis is going to find the frag regardless. Desi has 2 to find here. Down goes inVert with JZFB, but he knows that there was an M4 there as well. Going for the hunt, but does he expect a clear in playground? No, shot in the back, leaving it in a 2 versus 4.
Yeah, Winterfox definitely in trouble here, losing grip in these last couple of rounds, which has been quite crucial. And this one could even be clean for KKona. Oh dear. Oh, I thought we would have seen flowsicK walking backwards into that one, but he does lose the battle anyway, despite being front-facing to his opponent. And Anger against 4 players. He'll find the first frag, taking some damage, down to 49 points of health. 3 players face him at once, gets popped in the face. And good night, Mr. Anger.
Good night, Irene. That's an American saying, I'm pretty sure.
Isn't
that a song?
I still wish Saint Anger was not an album that was ever made.
Why do you hate that album so much?
Because it's terrible. It marks the death of good Metallica. But everything before that was great.
I need to.
Just look at that song. Just listen to that song.
I really enjoyed the song.
It's awful.
I really enjoyed the song. It's got some good guitar bits.
Good guitar bits.
Yeah.
Very technical.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Definitely know what you're talking about.
Welcome. You know, I went to Queens of the Stone Age, right? And I had some nerd there with his girlfriend, and he was like, well, I was with my then girlfriend. I was like, what are all these pedals for? And he's like, oh, how don't you know what these pedals are for? I'm not a pedal fan. Fan of the music. I don't need to know what the pedals do. I'm not here to press pedals.
Maybe you should be, James. Maybe you should be.
I'm not a pedal pusher.
You're a Saint Anger fan, so maybe you are. So we have Xp3 last man standing with the MP, the Mac. Words. Mac 10. Got there in the end. I was going to say every SMG before that, but 14 rounds for KKona. They're actually looking like they're on track right now. Although Winterfox do have a bye to field. The AWP is on inVert. It'd be cool to see him go aggressive with it. Let's see where inVert is going to be going. Looks like okay, he's going towards Monster. Ooh, he might just find a quick frag then on Monster. There is quite a few players there. I think he may have missed that, or I don't know if he took a shot, but he may have missed there, as I think there definitely was one at least visible to him. And now he's also going to see that a lot of players are going towards sewers, so the CTs kind of have a good beat on the positioning right now, the Ts. And rooRoooo's going to get the backstab as well. So right now, very harsh times here. I think rooRoooo just missed the bomber.
Oh, Xp3's looking for him. Xp3's actually going for the hunt of rooRoooo alone with the bomb. I'm a bit worried, but rooRoooo's gone down now, and Xp3 has the height advantage.
Oh, and look at this position here from rooRoooo as well. I don't know if he expects someone to be behind him, but he's just being very safe.
Or is Xp3 going to go down? Well, the timing paid off for him. He knows it was a risk, but it paid off.
There's a minute left now. So, plenty of time for them to build around still. 3 versus 3, there's lots of spots for them to go. Ooh, this could be a pretty important moment though. You've got the push coming in from the 2 players, KKona down Monster. They're actually going to not be able to make that frag. That was a really smart way to handle this though, to go for the push. And it's actually where the T's are going, so they're going to be a little bit unlucky in that sense. And Ocean is going to be the last man standing on the rotation. Versus 2, and the health is not great for the T's. But here he goes, gets the first kill. And now he's just going to have to hold off a little bit. The Molotov is going to be blocking his exit. Flash comes in to afford the space for Xp3 to perhaps plant the bomb. Bomb can be planted, but he's going to go for the peak. And he's dead now. He's dead now.
He's dead now, of course.
He is very, very dead. Lifeless.
This map was the pick of KKona, and Winterfox's choice was Mirage, which will be the second map of this best of 2. Let's see if KKona can take this over the line. Winterfox still have a buy and lots of guns that fire sharp objects. We have another 3-man push from KKona actually. Yeah. There are smokes and counter flashes coming in though, so they're kind of stuck behind that smoke, but you can see inVert trying to play over the smoke. I think he fell off by accident trying to jump on, but is Xp3 going to catch him? He is indeed. The angles are not being held correctly here by the CTs, and they've been punished for it. Yeah,
otherwise I really like the plays they've been going for, and they're just going to go for the aggression through to get the refrag. Again, that's pretty good if you're going to use some grenades. Unfortunately, after getting the refrag, I was going to get out of there. So instead of just a 4 versus 5, now it's a 3 versus 4, which is actually kind of worse for the CTs. So we'll have to see if they're going to be able to hold on onto this bomb site. I'm not really confident for them to be able to do so. The smoke off of the balcony is going to go down, forcing Ocean into the water as he looks for the frags. Now he's going to pop one head that's more though, following refrags coming in from the T's. And now it is a 2-on-2, so actually KKona doing a decent job here on the defense. But it is down to rooRoooo now. Down to rooRoooo.
rooRoooo versus 2, but the bomb is yet to be planted, and he has taken Anger down. I like how he tried to spray for a trace frag that was potentially coming in. Unfortunately for him, he's not going to be able to take it. Winterfox gain another round, and the CT money has been decimated, so they may be here for a while yet.
The T's as well, like the T's can't even afford AKs, half of them. Which is quite funny, obviously, the difference in if you win the round by elimination, then it's 3250. If you win the round by bomb detonation, then it's 3500s. And that difference actually would have been the AKs for Winterfox, very close there. So that money's not good either. We got 5 Deagles. 5 Deagles.
The 5 Deag.
The 5 Deag, indeed. So
the butcher by Dan. The meat shots.
Yeah, this is where you want to see the fantastic shots. Basically, all this round is about. Well, it's about the fantastic shots that could have been. Basically, that's what this is probably going to end up being. As it is rare that you see the payoff from the Deagles, but if there's a payoff from the Deagles in this round, then the map is over. So
it's interesting that both desi and Ocean held the same angle around the ladder. I haven't really ever seen anyone else hold it, but perhaps it's more common than I think. Ocean, in fact, is going to be the last one to be dispatched of by the T side, who closed the gap to 5. The money is a bit mixed on the KKona side, but I expect the buy to come in here. Got 3 plays around the 3,700 mark, but we've got Ocean with 6k as well as Els, but it seems no, they're going to wait for the full buy and go for another half buy. 5 CZs on this occasion, and mixed Kevlar here and there. So, are they going to stack? I feel like they could consider stacking a site rather than playing aggressive, and it seems they are going to put 3 over towards B. Ocean going to be around the toilets, but it'll be the 1-man toilet set up, Dan, as opposed to a 2-man toilet set up.
It sounds lonely.
Bring headphones.
I suppose. Bring a colouring book. That's what I do.
It's the wrong place to be colouring a book, Dan.
You can't tell me how to live my life. So, you know, usually in this situation where it's just one round, the team's biggest strategy is going to be, or the most important strategy, macro-wise, is going to be how do we get the most buy rounds possible? Because the most buy rounds possible, because that's the best amount of chances to win the match that you'll have, because those are the highest percentage rounds. But we've got the CZs and the Kevlars, and Ocean's pretty off there with his CZ play, but that could have been absolutely could have been a 1-for-1 right there. Instead it was a 0. Well, he got 0 out of it. Anyway, flowsicK's going to be able to push into the B-bomb site, and we'll see all the nades flying in now as they start to get themselves in there. They start to realize that this is pretty open, and the CZs will already amount to absolutely nothing. Unfortunate. Going down from Deeks to CZs. I mean, personally, I would have, instead of getting all the Deeks and the CZs and stuff, I really would have liked to see them just save all their money, because then they can just get, you know, more buy rounds in the long run, and you know there aren't that many rounds left in the half, so
they're going to get 2,400 from this loss, which will put them back on, well, around 7k it seems. So I mean, fair amount of money, but true. I mean, they only need one round to close things up. But then again, I mean, it's hard to argue with it. Oh no! Are you serious? There's not enough time? Surely there's not enough time. That would have been hilarious. That would have been amazing. That would have been hilarious.
I was just going to say before that happened, if they hadn't have all bought Deagles, they would have been able to buy that last round. Well, like, would have been able to do full buy that.
Problem is, I mean, look how many we've discussed how many ecos and force fights have been won. So
yeah, but that's not a justification. It's like, well, everyone sucks at Counter-Strike, so let's just do stuff which is terrible.
To be honest, I think it's a reasonable argument in that.
Anyway,
I think it works here.
But you can see all the extra money that they have. They've got double open on an auto sniper. So all right. I mean, this could work out quite well for them. It'll be unexpected, probably, for Winterfox. We have sewers control from Winterfox, so they very well could set up the B execute from this. Problem is that inVert is just sitting in the connector area by the door, and the Tees have this unchecked. He's actually going to leave immediately, which is a little bit sad actually, due to the presence that Winterfox have. Giving up the fast rotation time should the B execute come in, which is likely. But Ocean is with an off angle here with the AWP. He's got to connect right now, or he's going to miss his shots. This is actually really scary from his position. He knows his position is given up. They can toss in nades. He knows he has to get a kill out of this. They're going to be charging him down and just single man peeking with no nades to help and no refrag attempt. This is a little bit weird here from Winterfox. The push is still so staggered. Getting into the site seems so difficult. KKona look like they're an absolute shoe-in to take it down now, 16-11. Not quite the finishing shot there, but Anger with too much to do, with too little to work with, surely 1 versus 3. And there it is. The victory for KKona, 16-11. And they look so much stronger this time around. They really did look so much stronger.
Yeah, KKona taking it over the line there, finally, so not having perhaps all the problems that EchoFox have had closing it. Thorin, what were your thoughts on that match?
Kind of an underwhelming game, because we've seen now these teams play each other. So we've just seen the guys from KKona versus EchoFox. We saw EchoFox versus Winterfox yesterday. So EchoFox versus KKona and Winterfox versus EchoFox, all close games. So it seems like they're all around the same level, but then actually they're beating each other by different margins. So kind of a mess in terms of none of these teams are standing out really. Like EchoFox got the wins, but we all know those are very close ones yesterday at least. They were winning all the 16-14s or in overtime, whatever it was. I have to say, some of the things we saw in this game here just looked like the kind of weird fundamental errors that you actually only see in North America from the pro players. Like there was a round, I think it was 3 rounds ago from before the end of the match, where all of KKona bought Deagles. That's all they bought, just Deagle on its own. It wasn't a proper buy. Like they didn't buy armor, they didn't buy nades. They just bought 5 Deagles on CT side, and yet because they got no kills, 3 players then couldn't afford to buy a rifle and armor, so they saved a second time. So logically, they either could have had the players with more money drop the Deagle for that guy and then them use like a pistol, like a P250, or they could have all bought P250s, or they could have all bought CZs. Like basically, there's about 5 options which even are like a sort of partial save, like they were doing, which would have been better. And they managed to pick the only one, which meant they couldn't buy fully the next round. So they were at match point, so they were trying to just force the game through, but just kind of a very weird fundamental error where all you've actually done there is not even calculated the money you make. I mean, the thing about CSGO is you actually press tab and you see your own teammates' money. You don't have to calculate it anymore. So just a very weird fundamental error. And I have to say, on the side of Winterfox, one of the things that's really underwhelming for me is the play of Anger. because he was the guy yesterday, if you remember, on that train game, who had like 0 kills or 1 kill for the majority of the first half, and then even at the end of the game, he'd only really had 1 good round. This was a guy where in early CSGO, he was in iBuyPower, and before he was in the Curse NA team, and he had a lot of hype around him, actually, because in online play, he was really good. His aim was very, very good, and he looked like a top potential talent. But famously with iBuyPower, whenever he went to the European lands, he always bombed a bit. You know, he was one of those guys who just couldn't live up to his potential. And then obviously he was in Cloud9 a little bit. That's when they had a run to a 2nd place in the SEA. So you thought maybe this guy, if he sticks around, okay, there weren't enough teams at the time, but if he sticks around, eventually there's going to be teams. And we've seen him in these teams now. He's tried playing in this team for a while. Hasn't really worked out, so a bit of an underwhelming end to his career, I think, as much as he just looks like he's going to be stuck at this level, whereas at one point in time I thought he was going to be a good player, actually.
Well, we're going to see more of Anger.
That's the end of that. So.
Yeah, well, you're just too good, Thorin. I have nothing to add to your comments. So we're going to have another. We're going to have another best of 2 coming up. Sorry, another match in this best of 2 coming up. So it's going to be Mirage.
Shut down by the host.
It's going to be. Shut up! I'm trying to close the thing to a break now. So we're going to have one more map in this best of 2, which is going to be Mirage. We'll see you back here shortly and see if Anger can pull his socks up and get some more frags.